berada di lini depan. Berkaca dari item yang sudah kita lihat juga, ini Malik satu-satunya yang item full defense ya.
Yeah.
Karena sisanya dari formasinya hybrid, Ashinya juga dia bikin fleeting time ke arah Necros of Durance. Jadi nanti bakal mengandalkan ke arah Malik yang bakal ada di frontliner dan trikinya adalah dia yang bawa retribution nanti.
Jangan lupa dari tadi Formes juga selalu dipancing sama Fluffy untuk clear wave minion. Itu dari tadi berdua udah kayak bestie. Mainnya tuh kayak berduaan mulu kan di arah laning top lane ataupun di arah mid lane, otomatis sisi power pun juga berkurang dari teman-teman Todak. Menyisakan berarti untuk sisi power tinggal Malik dan ini berarti sangat mengandalkan ke arah call altar yang dimiliki oleh Faramis. Kalau nggak ada call altar ataupun call altarnya sudah tertrigger, itu bakal jadi gambling parah sih.
Oke, tapi tampaknya ada flicker. Ayumi kali ini bakal coba untuk dikejar. Ditabrak lagi dengan Random 19, tapi bisa diselamatkan dengan ada Cult Altar yang dimiliki oleh Martizi di sana. Bloomnya terbuka, memberikan efek healing lagi kepada teman-teman dari Todak. Dan bahkan peperangan seperti sebut karena Blazing Duet dari Brand memberikan damage yang cukup besar. Tapi Todak mereka dengan adanya heal up, mereka masih punya HP yang maksimum lagi. Sehingga Dreams yang bakal coba untuk dipanis begitu saja. Immortalnya dipecahkan, tapi Fluffy langsung menuju ke arah Ayumi. Tapi damage dari Ayumi cukup besar sehingga Fluffy pun harus kehilangan setengah dari HP-nya. Tapi Brands ingin melakukan adanya satu buah aksi split push tapi ditahan oleh Formation yang masih punya Immortal pula.
Yes, power dari Brands hampir saja bisa menumbuhkan ke arah Formation. Mungkin untuk safety measure dia langsung melakukan yang namanya Battle Mirror Image untuk mundur terlebih dahulu. Padahal tinggal 1 hit ya, apa 2 hit tadi kayaknya. Dari Formation bisa tumbang gitu loh. Tapi balik lagi kita menuju ke arah Lord sekarang di menit yang ke-20 sudah evolve pastinya. Jadi ini bakalan ada pukulan yang sangat menyeramkan kepada teman-teman dari Todak kalau EVOS Legends bisa mengambil Lord tersebut. Masalah terbesarnya adalah selalu di-engage dengan Ayumi dari belakang. Cicil pelan-pelan, tembak pelan-pelan, tapi sekali tembak berasa gitu. Bisa 2 bar, bisa 3 bar HP.
Iya, karena tadi banyak yang menuju ke arah Ayumi, tapi ada altar, ada bloom, ada flicker, ada master of camouflage. Iya, walaupun memang notabene dia minim escape ability ya, tapi banyak bala bantuan dari rekan-rekannya. Tapi untuk kali ini Fluffy dan juga Brands bersinergi untuk bisa langsung saja mendorong keberadaan dari Formation untuk mundur. Ada wave minion yang coba untuk dihantarkan terlebih dahulu, tapi nampaknya Martizi pun sudah sigap untuk mundur terlebih dahulu dan mengusir keberadaan dari Fluffy dan juga Brands.
Pancingan pun berhasil, 2 player tertarik ke base turret membuat EVOS Legends pun semakin lega untuk di arah Lord lane-nya. Walaupun Ayumi dan juga Ashik masih bersembunyi di dalam rumputan yang bisa dibilang cukup aman. Bahkan Hijume pun melakukan recall terlebih dahulu sepertinya untuk mengisi mana. Sementara Fluffy masih dengan strategi laning jauhnya. Bermain dengan fokus sekali untuk mencari split push. Brands di belakang sana juga sudah mulai join masuk ke dalam teamfight yang sebentar lagi akan terjadi.
Yap, karena Lordnya di sini masih belum di reset ya. Malik mencoba untuk masuk, memberikan efek knock up-nya juga. Dan Malik kali ini HP-nya udah mulai tercicil sedikit demi sedikit. Masih ada belum kembali yang menjadi satu pengganggu untuk bisa mengkalkulasikan damage dari EVOS Legends. Dan Lordnya belum di reset. Lordnya bakal coba untuk dilanjutin lagi. Dreams menerima damage yang cukup besar dengan adanya satu buah ultimate snipe yang keluar dari Ayumi. Tapi Brands nampaknya harus mundur terlebih dahulu karena benar-benar ini Formation menjadi sang penyelamat bagi base milik Todak.
Sedikit-sedikit ada Veteran Stack membuat zoning area untuk teman-teman dari EVOS Legends dan bahkan Lordnya pun ternyata masih bisa diambil oleh teman-teman dari EVOS Legends. 16 pun terkonek kepada Malik membuat dia tidak bisa bergerak sama sekali. Suka dengan strategi EVOS Legends dengan kitingnya pindah ke arah laning, balik lagi ke Lord, pindah ke arah laning, balik lagi ke Lord. Seenggaknya itu udah bikin blunder dari segi fokusnya. Teman-teman tim Todak ini mau menuju ke arah mana?
Distract lah ya.
Yes.
Itu yang tadi susah banget karena di dalam team fight dari Todak mereka bakal mengandalkan inisiasi dari Formation yang tadi sempat kita bahas juga kan.
Betul.
Dan tanpa adanya Formation ini dimanfaatkan terus-menerus oleh teman-teman dari EVOS Legends. Dan tadi ada Dominant Blast yang benar-benar ngasih space banget untuk Neanya bisa men-secure ke arah Lord tanpa adanya gangguan sama sekali.
Dan untungnya tadi Ayumi itu berada persis di depan Veteran Strike kan. Jadi nggak ada backstep yang bisa dilakukan juga oleh teman-teman dari Todak.
Wah, Ayumi ini udah kena 2 kali tetes aja udah kehilangan 2/3 dari segi HP dari maksimumnya. Ini cukup berbahaya. Ayumi sudah hadir kembali dengan HP yang full. Tapi kali ini Formation menabrakkan dirinya tapi dengan damage yang tidak cukup dari rekan-rekannya sehingga tidak ada yang tumbang sama sekali. Domain Blast terkonek dan bahkan Martizi ditumbangkan masih belum cukup untuk bisa menambahkan HP dari teman-teman Todak. Dan bahkan Blazing Duet from Brands berhasil pula untuk menumbangkan Formation di tangan dari Fluffy dan base-nya cukup terbuka dengan cukup lebar. Kali ini EVOS Legends akan bisa mengamankan game yang pertama.
Permainan team fight, prolong team fight yang dibawa oleh EVOS Legends work sekali walaupun membutuhkan waktu yang cukup lama. Walaupun tadi sebenarnya aku agak cukup khawatir dengan power scaling dari Ayumi, ternyata sudah diakali dengan power dari Hijumi menggunakan Veteran Strike-nya, ditambah lagi dengan power dari Fluffy untuk selalu memotong jalan pulang dari tim Todak.
Yap, wow, debutnya dibuka dengan cukup manis pastinya ya. Tapi kita bakal breakdown lebih dalam lagi apa yang terjadi di game yang pertama, game yang cukup lama. Kepada Mas Ger, Arashi dan juga Profesor KB, take it away.
Dan juga Tenten, dan inilah dia game yang bisa dibilang cukup lama untuk pertandingan di Snapdragon Pro Series Season 3 kali ini ya, 23 menit.
23 menit dan bahkan tadi ada sempat jual beli serangan yang sangat lama sekali.
Betul sekali.
Overextend teamfight yang menurutku sangat beresiko dari EVOS Legends. Padahal kalau kita melihat dari startnya Todak, mereka tuh membawakan Faramis dan Florin yang dimana Toben ini sangat kuat sekali ketika disandingkan dengan Fredrin yang kebetulan Fredrin ini juga membawakan satu buah Brave Smith. Jadi emang bener-bener heal-nya itu unstoppable. Dia pun punya Oracle yang membuat Dominance Ice jadi seolah tidak berguna.
Ya.
On a daily basis. So just save on that cup of coffee. You don't need it. Just fly over to Jakarta and maybe enjoy like maybe some of your homebrew, like artisan cafe stuff over there while you watch the challenge finals live.
Yeah. And, I mean, the whole, like, there's other things to do in Jakarta as well, so you can check things out. They've got a nice museum. I didn't get to do too many touristy things when I last was there.
Lihat
But,
damage
you
yang
know,
diterima oleh Nea sangat-sangat banyak sekali. Bahkan bisa dibilang ini mendekati bagaimana Malik yang menjadi salah satu sosok frontline garda terdepan dari Todak itu sendiri. Tapi kalau kita melihat ya, dari tower damage ini dia yang mungkin tidak dilirik oleh Todak. Mereka sangat kuat untuk team fight, mereka menggunakan Faramis, mereka menggunakan Florin. Tapi memang minimnya mereka adalah ketika berhadapan dengan situasi split push. Dan hanya ada Forme saja lah dengan Grok yang bisa menghandle hal tersebut. Terbukti Fluffy benar-benar jalanin dua landingnya dengan sangat ciamik.
Dan inilah dia teman-teman MVP untuk pertandingan yang pertama. Fluffy dengan Pakitonya ya. Sangat luar biasa meyakinkan sekali di pertandingan kita kali ini.
Nah kebetulan aku baru sempat bahas satu hal ini Mas Gir. Kita mungkin bisa menormalisasi bagaimana kehadiran dari Winter Truncheon sebelum Immortality.
Ya.
Kita kan biasanya melihatnya Immortality pecah, ganti Winter. Coba kita balik. Winter dulu, ya kan? Coba Winternya ini bukan cuma buat nerima damage, tapi buat ngedodge damage sebanyak mungkin. Setelah itu, Winternya pas lagi dalam efek Frozen, kita tuker Winternya pakai Immortality. Gitu loh, jadi lebih efisien karena apa? Karena kebetulan item aktif, dan item aktif ini kan kita yang mengendalikan.
Iya betul, bisa dipencet, bisa apa segala
Nah,
macam.
sementara kalau Immortality ya mau nggak mau kita menerima damage di samsak lah ya.
Saja, dan begitu pecah, kita bangun lagi dengan waktu yang nggak terlalu lama, HP yang nggak terlalu banyak dan bisa ada efek yang ya menunda lah, bisa mati lah ya.
Betul, itu dia. Dan ini dia mungkin overextend teamfight yang mau kita bahas lebih tepatnya Mas Gir. Yang tadi di bottom lane Arashi juga sadar betul bahwa kayaknya buat overextend terlalu berisiko nggak sih buat EVOS Legends. Karena Todak ini kan Florin, Faramis, jadi teamfightnya pasti lama banget.
Dan mereka juga masuknya nggak barengan ya. Ada beberapa momen dimana kayak satunya maju, yang lain tuh muter dulu. Dan itu melawan tim yang ada banyak sustain, yang ada healing kayak Florin, kayak ada call outer juga yang bisa nyelamatin temennya. Itu fatal banget karena ada waktu buat tim Todak nyelamatin rekan mereka yang harusnya tuh udah ke pick off gitu loh. Tapi ujung-ujungnya karena emang permainan makro yang dipimpin oleh Fluffy dan juga tim fight yang rapi banget ya dari EVOS ujung-ujungnya. Akhirnya Todak pun mau nggak mau harus kalah nih, biarpun sebenarnya mereka ada sustain. Ya lama-lama karena damage-nya juga kalah, akhirnya gimana ya? Karena mid-nya juga kan Faramis. Spellnya bisa di-spam, tapi dibandingin Farsa, wah damage outputnya cukup kalah ya.
Itu jauh lebih meledak sih, karena kita tahu sendiri bahwa dengan satu Federal Air Strike, itu benar-benar bisa mendeal damage yang tinggi sekali. Dan bahkan kalau kita melihat dari draft di game yang pertama, kebetulan aku malah fokusnya ke Farsia tadi sih. Pick Farsia ini emang benar-benar pick yang bagus banget. Posisinya ketiga, ya kan? Dan dia di-pick setelah Faramis. Jadi secara jarak dia benar-benar tidak tersentuh sama sekali. Mungkin PR-nya nanti untuk dari teman-teman EVOS Legends adalah mempersiapkan kembali nih ketika nanti mereka berada di posisi first pick. Karena kita belum tahu nih, nanti pick ketiganya apa, terus pick terakhirnya apa. Itu elemen of surprise yang biasanya lebih diuntungkan ketika kita berbicara soal second pick.
Yes, betul sekali, dan pastinya EVOS Legends kali ini sedang dalam kondisi yang sangat baik. Mereka unggul 1-0 di skor sementara dan kita bisa melihat kali ini untuk game yang selanjutnya. Semoga
at least one Fanny in showing, and it was just absolutely terrifying. And Onyx, they're stealing away. They know high signature pick. They're waiting for Katina. And just looking at the joy once again. No issue.
Yeah, no issues there. I mean, they're going right into this one. Again, just going in. It's like you haven't picked any sort of counters. You haven't banned it out or respected it at this point. So yeah, we're just going to pick it. We're going to ensure that we have it. Make your life as difficult as possible. Now, did you learn anything from game one? I think that's going to be the biggest thing. How they react to it. Ensure that they have some sort of counter. Because you don't want to see the counter show again with the joy.
The falling stars.
Why would you ban Franco? Which is basically it's the only tool you have to stop like Joy in track. Unless they want to play Kaja, which I can respect. But Onyx can ban that out from themselves. So there's just one less hero in the pool for Onyx Esports to worry about. And banning out Navarra, I guess they're aware that. I think still the Astra Echo, like providing so much vision across the map, could deter Onyx plans in a way. But what is Aura Fire doing? They're banning out all the counters for Joy. I hope they have answers for it because I'm starting to get really worried. Holler! I think this point Hala is like really lost for words at this case, and I think Onyx just finished off the draft with going for Melissa because I think Kabuki had a really solid showing overall with this hero, but I guess they're going for a really different strategy. Okay, I'm seeing why they're banning out all these suppressed heroes. Because if they want to play this Karif Go, maybe this is just the answer towards Joy they're looking for. They're of the same, I would say, species. And Karif is not really in too much danger. I think it's like the amount of sustainability he has up against magic heroes. Just really solid stuff overall. And as we look in terms overall for Aura Fire, I still have concerns. They don't have any like solid lockdown. I do like this Martis pick is going for Van, like going for more sustain. And just the goal is to be able to proc decimate and just like keep launching his attacks onto his Onyx Esports. But at this point, the draft from Onyx Esports looking scary. Look how confident they are. Like the 1-1 got this far into the draft and they lock in the Grok to finish things off. Hi, I do hope you have any solid say to say. I don't want to see Phobos again, even though this could be the best answer they have against this 1-1 pick.
Yeah. Do you think that that's enough though? I mean, the Hearth into the Joy though?
One thing is the beginning of another.
It may not be enough, but I think this Esmeralda pick, okay, at least against the Grok, against Joy, I think this is still relatively alright. There is adjustments from Aura Fire, but the question is this enough?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have to see. But okay, the Esmeralda is gonna be picked as well, and I'm not a huge fan of this one. I don't think that they have enough control. I feel like same sort of issue that we saw in game one could potentially be an issue going into this one. I think draft-wise, just, again, taking out the players, I still think that this draft is heavily favored in towards Onyx Esports in terms of what they've drafted. But what are your thoughts, Monchel?
I mean, considering how you were really lost for words earlier on, I do understand the Kaja, the Franco ban was really surprising, but it's kind of coming together with the draft they're having. They want to be able to play for more towards the early game, but they do have maybe a bit too much magic damage. The Esme, the Harif, as well as the Yves. I think this may be a bit too much. In terms of itemization alone, as long as the game gets dragged out in favor for Onyx, they just itemize accordingly. And Aura Fire may have a bit of damage issues. But enough said and done. We're finally in towards Game 2. It's going to be match point for Onyx Esports. Aura Fire needs to pull through. We're back in the land of Dawn.
All right, back to how I think these team fights are going to happen. I mean, like Onyx Esports, you have your Grok, maybe throw out the barrier, you kind of lock somebody in, and then Kyra. Back to how I think these team fights are going to happen. I mean, like Onyx Esports, you have your Grok, maybe throw out the barrier, you kind of lock somebody in, And then Kyrie on the Joy is just going to run up on you and just kind of blow people up. You've got CW on, the 1-1, getting the crossbows to tank, just killing people, right? I think that this is how I envision the team fight happening. Now, as Aura Fire, if you see something like that, I mean, yeah, you have the final slash, you have different ways, the Ashura Aura to kind of reposition people, but you don't really have a whole lot of control. And that's my concern right now, because you need to save your squishies. And there's a lot of squishies on that team right now. And this could be a rough game for Aura Fire.
I mean, the stakes are really high when CW is on his signature 1-1. One of the best 1-1 players we have so far in this current meta. And I think for now, Aura Fire, they're going to get forced to recall earlier on of Kabuki as well as High earlier on. Not the best start. And Kimura, at least with this Esme pick, is able to safely cut waves and hopefully able to contribute more towards these team fights.
I think Kimura just needs to constantly push the wave or cut the creeps and then try to steal what sort of jungles, camps that you can. Provide a lot of vision and then attract a lot of attention into that top lane. You want, the enemy team from Onyx, that is, to kind of react to you, right? And so you need to provide a lot of that vision in that space that Esmeralda can potentially do, and she can get away. But as I say that, the turtle is going to be started here, getting a little bit low. Van is looking to go for this one. Are they going to get it? Van will secure it, and that's going to be the first turtle. Good start to RFI.
Overall, you can see going for Keyboy while charge back to safety. But you can see that instantly this Esma pick really paying off because the zoning of Kyrie away from the turtle pit, just really great start for RFI. We take these small victories because Onyx, once they scale up, is going to be absolutely terrifying.
Definitely. And you don't want to let that snowball keep going, right? Orifire need to figure out ways to get that farm. They need to ensure that they, get the right pickoffs. Now, Sin, oh my gosh, he's getting on the Petrify, the flicker back, and it looks like he's been found, but Sands, he's going to be left for dead. He's going to give up first blood. Sin will secure that one on his way out. They really went all in for him, and they tried to get first blood, and unfortunately, Sands went in too deep.
That was quite odd. It's normally you want to count, you want to proc your Petrify with your combo, but he procced it last, and that was the opening for Sin to actually get out, and Aura Fire instantly answering back because Sans has already utilized all his cooldowns, and that's how he became first blood. Instantly, Aura Fire playing this site much better.
Okay, well, sometimes you make an oopsie, right? You make a mistake, and that's kind of what Sands did on that one. He had a far better game, far cleaner game in the last one, and mind you, it's still early. We don't have anything to worry about, but giving up first blood, not what you want to do, especially against Aura Fire.
Yeah, first blood and also the turtle in the hands of Aura Fire. This is the start they definitely need to have in order to snowball out of control. But of course, not to say Onyx, they need more time. What they need is time to scale up, itemize correctly, and they're going to be a beast towards the mid to late game.
It's going to help them out, but Aura Fire sticking around. They know that the next objective is going to be up. Keyboy is providing a lot of vision, and Van's going to start it off. They make a beeline forward. Sands has made an appearance, but 4 members of Aura Fire, they've been focusing on these objectives. Sands getting a little bit low, doesn't need to be careful. Ocean Oddity, he's going to be fine. He gets over the wall. The real world manipulation, that's going to be used, but Van is taking the second turtle. A great start for him. Kabuki's getting a little bit low. He's going to be killed here. Crossbows Tank is starting to do some work, and they're starting to melt, but Sands going in, out, and it looks like he's going to be on the run. He's going to back off. Boots is going to be there, but it looks like Aura Fire, all they lost was Kabuki, but they did get the turtle.
That was a really messy fight, honestly, coming out from Onyx. That I felt like I wasn't sure if Kyrie was just going to give up the turtle, but they still tried to go in. The Zaman Force was popped. They were able to trade off the board, but CW personally is able to get the crossbow tank off. But for now, not enough damage. He needs more time. This is a late game scaling hero.
Definitely late game. Definitely some issues, but can they get to the late game and do it, can they scale up in time? And now Kimura here, this is one thing that I did like, the Esmeralda, in the sense that you need to force the attention there. You can't let Boots get out of the lane freely, and you have to constantly deal with the waves that are crashing in on you. But Aura Fire playing well, but mind you, the net worth lead is only about 500.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, right now, all eyes on Kimura because like he's like slowing down Kyrie's farm, deterring him away. But let's look towards the instant replay. Keyboy really setting things up, but Van was just in better position to secure the turtle. Crossbow tank, just not quite enough damage. High, fortunately, was just able to create the distance. Son's just jumping in a bit too late to really like clean up shop. So again, Onyx, their communication, they need to like layer their how they want to approach the T5.
Yeah, it's still early, so like some of the heroes aren't doing as much damage as they want to. They're going in and they're playing like they've got all of the items, right? They've hit their peak, so to speak, but they haven't. And you're kind of seeing that as a lot of the heroes from Aura Fire have been getting away. But Onyx Esports, they need to kind of force or maybe slow the game down. I think you know they've lost 2 turtles already. They definitely don't want to lose this 3rd one here.
Yeah, because as long as they don't know where Esmeralda is across the back, Kyrie is in constant danger of being run. Now look at this. Like, this is the Uranus Esme meta once again.
Oh, the turtle getting a little bit low. The crystal's going to be used, but Kabuki will take this one instead. And now Keyboy is on the run. He flickers over the wall. He's going to be back off. Sans dodges, or he actually took a little bit of damage. Kabuki now running for his life. Boots attracting 4 members of Aura Fire, and they've left the Kabuki all by himself to fend for himself. But it looks like CW is continuing to fight the real world manipulation. The crossbow's a tank. But High just barely getting away. CW trying to fight this one. The knock-up from the Breath of the Ocean did a little bit of damage and slowed him down. But again, everybody's fighting. Nobody's dying.
No, here's the thing. If this is the 0-1-1, because the recent adjustments... Jojo! Yes, as we say, Boots almost got the kill, but not enough damage for now. As I say, for 1-1, as long as you're able to get far away enough, the crossbow tank will not continue.
Yeah, not able to do it. It just didn't have a whole lot of damage as of yet. But yeah, I think if we're looking at this one, Onyx, again, just 1 to 2. Like, we've seen so much action, but only 3 deaths throughout at the 8-minute mark. I mean, just people, like, both of the teams are playing their heroes to the limit.
Yep, absolutely. I think the goal of the game is like to keep your distance. As long as you're able to walk away, keep your distance away from the 1-1, you should be a-okay. And High, it's just Keyboy. They're just like going to like say hi to one another, poke a little bit. But yeah, not too much to say.
Yeah, slowing it down. But it looks like Boots. Oh, they're going in? Okay, High is a little bit low. I mean, half life, but they're going to back off here. And now this is the game 2 that Aura Fire wanted, right? In the sense that they're giving themselves a chance, but now Sans goes in for this one. High gets back. Kabuki trying to dash. He gets onto the tower. Oh, nice final slash. Slows him down. The nice Ashura Aura. That's going to do some work. That's on CW. That does it. And Van continuing to go in. He kills Keyboy, but on the backside of this one, Boots now trying to go in. He was baited as well. And it looks like this turned around. Aura Fire, High somehow, okay, finally goes down. Kyrie's like, I will handle this. I got it. But the real manipulation, and Sid says, nay, and slams him down like the bug he is.
Van is here to play. He wants to show off you're not the only star jungler in this matchup. Because Van, instantly, you don't want to give him a triple kill to this madman.
You don't want to give him anything, right? I think that's the biggest thing, right? He's had a very different game from game 1 to game 2. He's 1-1-1, and now he needs to work for it, right? He needs to get the farm, but the Joy hasn't really gotten that that level of farm like he did in, again, game 1.
I mean, overall, it's just like Aura Fire. They're aware that there are ways to counter the Joy. I feel like they eliminate Franco, the low suppression, but Esme can just run them down. But like you can see, it's like Van just running in, praise killer, fucking decimate, one after the other. And after that, he's hit his snowball. I think this is really beautiful plays coming out from him.
You know, Boots had Sin. He had the knock-up, but he just needed one more basic attack, and he actually backed off. He thought it was just like a miscalculation. he thought he had it, but it didn't have enough, and Sin just barely walking away. And it's those types of mistakes that could maybe haunt you, because you don't want to let Sin, who's 2-0-3, really start to snowball.
I mean, exactly 4,000 gold lead favoring Aura Fire. Like Onyx, they're not unable to get these catches. Sans, his job is to, like, since the start, to burst someone's down, pick them off. I do wonder that First Fun has thrown a wrench towards their plans.
Yeah, and Onyx right now. Okay, they got Kabuki. That's a good start. Can they get anything else? It looks like Kimura has to start dance by himself. He gets killed as well. CW will have that, but the real manipulation now. Keyboy is looking to close off the avenue of retreat. Excuse me. They do have the barrier. Sands is looking to go. They have the crystal slowing it down. Fights everywhere. High is looking to get low. Sid is going to be killed, and just like that, Onyx are back in it. They strike back. It's 7-8, and that net worth lead is only 2K.
I mean, instantly caster curse, ladies and gentlemen. I just have to call out Sans one time, and he was able to get that rough waves, finally stopping Kimura from like just constantly being the annoyance towards Kyrie.
That's what you want to do, right? And Onyx know how to get back in the game. They understand what they need to do. They're a top-tier team for a reason. Crossbow Tang, make it slicing him, dicing Kabuki. He's going to be killed very easily. And like Onyx, my gosh, they've bounced back. Net worth lead is next to nothing. And Onyx are definitely, they have the momentum with them.
I mean, here's the thing. Aura Fire, they were the ones who have a timer on their hits to close out this game. Because now that Onyx, they have come online, it's Onyx time, as they all would say. Because the minute he's more comfortable, there is anti-healing to stretch through the shields of Kimura. Like, look at this, Boots is just hunting him down.
Yeah, hunting him down. I mean, there's going to be a one-on-one, but it's still the Esmeralda. You're going to have a hard time. So they're just going to be just kind of, it's like a pillow fight more than anything else. But now the Lord, and it looks like Kyrie did find Van, but he's going to back off here. But Aura Fire don't want to give up the Lord.
Absolutely not. Because as the gold lead that they once have is now favoring Onyx Esports. I would say both sides they're just retreating off. And you see this love fest between I would say Boots as well as Kimura is just ongoing. They're just cutting the waves onto another. But it's stunned!
They found High. They have the damage. They have the crossbow Tang on top of that one. CW doing some work. They need to be careful here. It looks like Kabuki will get to safety, but Van is looking to go down here. No, he dashes a couple more times. He does falter in the end. The real manipulation, that's going to be used right on the Kyrie. They snipe him out. Sin will take that one, and it looks like that's going to be the end. It's a what? 2-for-1 in favor of Onyx.
Yeah. Despite that, but both junglers are out of commission. But Onyx, definitely with the numbers advantage, they will start on the Lord with the crossbow.
He might have been too deep. He's going to be killed. CW. He was in the heart of the enemy team. There were 4 members, no backup from Aura. And that seemed to be a bit of a misplay. Kimura just kind of, overestimating his own abilities at that point. And not a good situation, and it looks like Onyx are going to take this Lord for free.
With the fact that there is no jungler on both sides, and CW, like, this is the 1-1, come online, this is what you want to see. And instantly, Aura Fire, I think their time is up. Onyx has come online, and we took a non-itemization. 1-1 is leaps ahead, already completed, almost like 1 more item away. I think it's going to be Rose Gold.
Okay. Looks like Sands will just kind of scout them out, flex a little bit, and just back off here. But Kyrie's got the Rhythm of Joy. He's going to back off here. Kimura will be fine. But look at what CW has done, right? The fact that he's actually carrying the team 4-1-4. You don't have to rely on the Kyrie show every single game. Everybody's contributing here, and that Lord does crash in the T3 bottom.
Because it's not just the Kyrie show. This is Onyx Esports, ladies and gentlemen, just forcing their way in, objective giving, taking every single inhibitor that they can grab their hands on. Yes, they will be able to clear out the Lord, but the damage is done.
Do they go in for this one? Keyboy's waiting in the wings. They have it, and Keyboy does end up going in. The Rhythm of Joy doing a little bit of work, but they've gotten the T3. Now what is the call? It looks like they're going to retreat here. Sands, if anything, will be left just to kind of flex a little bit.
They really took that inhibitor, and RFI could only watch as their lead crumbled. The fact that they had it, they really had that lead. But let's look in terms of the damage leaderboard. I mean, this is fixed. CW, his turn to show off his stuff.
You might as well, right? This is CW time. If you got to step up, right? And you got to have that old reliable marksman at the end of the day. If the rest of the team isn't having the greatest of game, and mind you, not to say that anyone's actually having a poor game right now. I just think that CW is starting to shine at this point and is giving their team a really good chance to win this one.
Uh-oh, they're chasing them back. Suppress. The Winter Trencher was sure that Kabuki will survive a little bit longer, but not enough.
Oh gosh, they've got it. The crossbows are staying on high. He's going to be killed. Kimura's going to be left for dead as well. And Van just trying to defend the base. It's all about it. The real world manipulation. He's going to be stopped. Boots is doing some work. And they focus on the base and they take game 2 and they do it in style. GG, well played.
GG, well played for Onyx Esports. As you say, they really waiting for their Onyx timers. They got the items. They were confident. Instantly, the Onyx timers. They got the items. They were confident. Instantly, the turnaround coming from them. What a game. What a series. Really waiting for
take game 2 and they do it in style. GG, well played.
GG, well played for Onyx Esports. As you say, they really waiting for their Onyx timers. They got the items. They were confident. Instantly, the turnaround coming from them. What a game. What a series.